Greetings, everyone. I'm Wood Hamster.
Liquidy Poo again.
Yeah, I'm kidnapping people from the Tri-Thread to help me do commentary because I can't get a hold of people that I usually had for Freedom Night.
Uh,
It's
I'm gonna be asking so many questions
uh,
and being the least knowledgeable person.
you have not fought proper Elder Dragons before.
No,
No, you've just fought.
I fought a Punch Dragon,
Yeah,
a Punchosaurus Rex.
yeah. Well, no, that's not even an Elder Dragon, really. Joe is an Elder Dragon.
Well, I wasn't really referencing Joe. I was referencing Bracky, but no, he's not an Elder.
No, he's a Brute Wyvern.
Yeah, he's just a Punchosaurus Rex.
No, the only proper Elder Dragon you fought is Sidious.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to defend the town from this evil Dargon, and I like this map. This map is meant for things like Lao Shanlung and Shingoran and stuff, so they leave all kinds of cool items lying about. And there's like large barrel bombs, small barrel bombs, bounce bombs, barrel bomb pluses, the really powerful easy barrel bombs, and there's also like ballista ammo, Dragonator. There's also a spot where you can gather potions, mega potions, first aid meds, and supply max potions.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this map is amazing. There's a second area where you can gather stuff. Aside from that one, but I just skipped through it. Jump cut because gotta save those precious seconds. And
Gotta save the town.
Yeah.
Jump.
As you can see, there's like ballistas and cannons and Dragonator. Yeah. And yeah, he's just flying up there. And as you can see, actually, an interesting fact is you can kind of see his fire aura.
Yeah.
When you look at it from a distance like this, you can kind of see it, which I thought was neat because normally when you're in a volcano, everything's red and there's lava everywhere, and you can't really see the fire aura because it blends in.
Stands out pretty clearly here, though.
Here's one of my favorite things to do with Elder Dragons in this map. Every time they land from that spot up there, they will, unfortunately I was a little too slow, but every time they land, like, they'll occasionally fly up there for some reason, I'm not sure why, and then they'll come back down, but they'll always land there. I was just really slow because I was busy admiring the aura.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the only actual monster in Monster Hunter that has a proper, like, fire breath. Like, what you'd see as, like, a classic dragon breath.
Classical flamethrower,
Yeah.
except coming from a monster space.
Yeah. Oh, and when he's enraged, that thing has, like, 3 times its length.
Ooh.
That is a scary move to be in front of him when he does.
Yeah.
Just for your view, for your pleasure, I'm gonna go over the breaks with you. You can break the horns, which you need Dragon Element to break, and that stops its aura permanently. Once you there is a little weird. There's a really rare thing he can do. If you leave him alone for like 10 minutes on a map, he'll regrow his horns for some reason. I've tried to catch it on camera, but I've never been able to successfully do it. But I've read of it like rarely sometimes happening. I'm not sure why. But you can break both wings. And now that he's there, I have bounce bombs. Yep. And then you can chop off his tail, of course. But to be able to chop off his tail, it has to be at a 3rd health.
Oh.
You can still like do all the damage to the point where it's just about to be chopped off by 1 point of damage, but you cannot get like the cut until it's taken like into the monster, take enough damage. So it's usually better just to go for the head and the wings and just do a bunch of damage, and then during the second time you fight him, because you're usually not going to be able to kill him in one go unless you bring hyper overpowered equipment. Oh, and sometimes when he roars like that, he will drop shiny.
Yeah, he dropped a present for you.
Yeah. And they can be some really expensive things, or they can be gems. I would love gems, but oh well.
Oh, greed, do it.
No.
Oh no, where are you
At
going?
this point, I don't really care about it. I'm just trying to get it done.
Oh.
I'm resisting the greed. If you punch his face, like, if you hit him on any part of his body, he'll just, like, reel, as they call it. He'll just stang. But if you punch his face, he'll knock down and give you all the delicious free hits. The ways you can stop the fire aura is by breaking the horns, poison him, which temporarily stops it, knock him over like that, and you see the fire aura's gone. And it's only temporary, though. Those are kind of ways you do it. There is, the skill that does so you can stand next to lava? There's a one for it in this game, but it also negates the fire aura effect. I'm not wearing this armor, because I figured, you know what, I'm going to go for damage with crab armor here, because it has attack of large and artisan. This is sharpness +1.
That's always handy.
That's a really good, like, that's really the go-to high-rank armor set, because it has all that. And with a slot on your weapon, you can remove the defense down effect.
That's also really handy.
But what's it called? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, Liquidy, help me!
Oh no!
Oh no, everything's going. Oh no!
Oh hey, look, Royal Ludroth borrowed the paw slap. I saw that.
Well, actually, a lot of things borrow that like paw swipe. Even like Elatrion will borrow that. When this guy is enraged, he will do like a fire version of the slap, which is the same one that Elatrion uses, which is like a dragon slap.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why Paperline and me said that Elatrion is pretty much like Monster Hunter, the best, like the best of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite Elder Dragons. The only thing he doesn't have is Chameleon's invisibility.
Oh, don't even suggest that.
Monsters. Well, you're gonna be fighting them soon, Ultimate. What are you talking about? Don't be such a baby.
I don't know. No.
And he's gonna be poisoning you all the time.
And he's a fast one. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But yeah. Normally you just fight Shengarin here, which is the giant crab. Which is why you have the Dragonator. I kind of like that fight. I just wish it was a little shorter, or a little more interesting, like where Shengarin would actually try to do offensive moves towards the player instead of just single-mindedly trying to attack the fort. And then you do. There's the fire swipes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Elatrion totally borrowed that, only with Dragon Element. It's a shame I can't really get any use out of the Dragonator. I'm sure, like, if you were doing multiplayer and he flew up there, and as he's flying down, if you get the timing right, you could probably Dragonator him, I'd imagine. I think that's why he flies up and down that one spot.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might be, like, an intentional thing. Oh yeah, this is the second area that you can grab all kinds of goodies from.
Oh, okay.
And I'd like more bombs, so I'm gonna get supply barrel bombs.
Does not sound like a bad idea.
Yeah. And on the other side where the crates are, there are potions. And to the other side where you saw like Dragonator drills just lying there, there is cannons and ballista ammo.
I see.
Of course, it's not really very viable to use the ballista against regular Elder Dragons. They're
they seem kind of speedy.
A little too fast and a little too small. And not to mention, if some of them can get you while you're standing by the ballista.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too.
Like you can use the ballistas here if you want, but it's not too viable, especially not single.
Yeah, maybe if you had a few people.
Yeah, then you could have everybody distracting him, and somebody fires a ballista in his face, something like that.
Having a few people running interference.
I would highly recommend not to do it against something like Shadow or not Paper Line, I'm sorry. Heat Wizard tried to do it. Every time we tried to do it, with him, he would die horribly because Kushalador uses breath weapon attacks, which clip through the cliff and also up to him, even though he's high up.
Oh.
So I'd imagine maybe that flamethrower breath could probably get you too. Which is why I'm saying it's not too viable. Like, you're not safe there. And this is, it's clearly like one of those things they did intentionally.
Oh, that was a lucky knockdown.
Yeah, invincibility frames. But honestly, once you get this guy down with the longsword properly, you know where to stand. He's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
The safest spots are literally at his sides where he has huge blind spots, and then you try that's like what you do when you want to wail away for regular damage. But until then, like, the place he takes most damage is his head, and you want the horn breaks. The only thing that can damage you is when he does the, the sprinkling the explodey powder around. But
like that.
Yeah, but if it's red, then it'll be centered on top of his body and not around him. So sometimes it'll be right on top of him, sometimes it'll be like a ring around him, but you're taking a gamble if you see red sprinkles and like that, those red ones. Like that might have hit me if I stood in the middle of them. So again, it's one of those gamble things. But I usually go for the gamble because sometimes it pays off. Oh yeah, by the way, Enrage Thrower. Yeah, that thing is really scary when he's enraged, and really hard to avoid unless you got a shield. Yeah, Evasion Plus is a must for hammers if you want to not get hit by that. Or just stand at his sides, that also works.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to trip him up with bombs. Oh, I love doing that. It's so easy to abuse. It's clear they're not really meant to be in these maps.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I like that they give me so many toys in this map. I really like this map.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah. This is one of the... Oh, and by the way, this is a high rank thing he can do. He can spawn some powder on top of you, and then he can blow it up. So if you're not awake and you're, like, busy sharpening a weapon... like that.
Oh, no! Okay, good.
And then he could be a complete jerk and just do that to you.
What a jerk.
Yeah. That is like the first time I ever saw him do it when I was doing the recording. I was like, wait, he do what? Because he never did it to me when I was on my second save file and I did this. Or maybe he did do it to me, I didn't remember it, but either way, this is like, I think this is like the second time I properly fought a Teostra in high rank, so, I'm kind of glad I caught it on camera, though. Otherwise, I would never have noticed that it was there.
Yeah.
Again, I'd imagine, like, if you're standing by the ballista, this is something he'll do to players who are using the ballista against him. Which is why I say you're not entirely safe.
Yeah, not entirely a good idea. Unless you're paying really close attention and you have a lot of people, running interference.
Well, you remember how the ballistas work, though. You fire a shot, and then you're stuck there until it's done reloading the next shot. So
yeah.
Even if you see it, you're gonna get hit by that.
Yeah.
That's the pitfall trap that is the ballistas. No pun intended, now that I think about it. No, I just realized, I just kind of, like, pitfall trap. Isn't it like pitfall, you say? Why did I say pit? I've been playing too much Ultimate. Clearly.
Yeah, probably. Nothing wrong with that, though.
No. Except that I have people complaining that I'm playing other video games and not playing video games with them.
Boo, you are playing video games with people by playing Ultimate.
Yeah, but they're like, oh man, but you gotta play Sword of the Stars with us again. Or something. Not that it's a bad game. No, not Sword of the Stars. AI Wars, that's the game, yeah. AI Wars is a good game, go play it. If you like strategy games.
But the monsters...
Yeah,
and
the monsters are... I want to fight monsters.
And, you have to get the monster butts to make your monster butt sword.
Yeah, Like my Monster Butt swords, I'm gonna make a Monster Butt Devil Joe weapon in Ultimate when I can make my Gun Lance. They actually added a Gun Lance for Devil Joe.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like a spiky phallic object. Literally, it is a Joe tail on a stick.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
What about the shield? Does it
I
look
don't
like
remember
his chin?
I don't remember the chin, not chin, the shield actually. Like that slips my memory right now because I only looked at it a couple times. But I was looking at it, I was like, wow, this is kind of suggestive weapon here. I don't know if children should be playing this.
Interesting that you get a Devil Junk gun lance by stabbing Devil Joe in the Devil Junk.
Yeah. Also, I'm in this entire fight, I will entirely admit, I've been getting extremely lucky because he's been doing a lot of the yellow powders, which is far off explosions. And that usually never happens when you're up in his grill. He will always do the orange explosions, trying to force you to get away from him. But no, he's just letting me stab him repeatedly. And I'm okay with this.
That's not too shabby.
No, I've been getting a lot of luck on it. And once the 25-minute mark hits, he will flee, which is, like Cedius.
Oh, okay.
And once they reach a certain point, they're like, nope, I'm done. Screw this. I'm not gonna get killed here today. And then their low health carries on the next fight. And it's cool. But only these monsters are actually interesting and a credible threat, whereas Cedius is...
It's just kind of there.
Yeah, he's just kind of there, and like, if you get water lasered, it'll hurt a little, but you're fine.
Oh!
Yeah, that's why
that hurt a lot, though.
Yeah, I was banking on that if I could get a flinch on his head. But you'll notice I broke his horns off, and there's no more flame aura. I wasn't paying attention, but I don't recall when I did it. Oh,
I didn't see any chunks fly off.
Oh, I do want to point out, like, if you get somebody to flinch him, because this game, it's like the flinches that is the breaks. But if he flinches to a non-dragon elemental attack, like, the flinch has to be the breaking blow. Or you try and flinch him all over again, and so it's like, if somebody's not using a dragon element weapon and attacking his head, you want them to lay off the head until, like, it's broken.
Yeah.
There's just nothing I could do there, really. I was kind of trapped.
Yeah, he had you cornered.
Yeah, literally. And it's funny how I keep rolling into that, Paul, and getting knocked on my ass, and then not getting flamed. I appreciate this.
It's a lot of luck there.
Yeah, it keeps happening to me for some reason. But I'm not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth. And both of the wings are broken. You can see it because, like, the little claw on the wing is snapped off.
Yeah, the wingtips look kind of messed up.
It's the same for Kashaladora. Yeah, no, like, I'm pretty happy with how this fight went so well, and I completely wrecked Teostra, and he gave me so many openings, it's funny. And as you can see, even with the not completely broken longsword from Tri, it's still really beefy. Because in this game, the longsword will, if it swings through multiple hitboxes, it will do damage to all those hitboxes it swings through.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. So you just slice them up, and you pray you don't get punched. Unfortunately, I do the sideways sweep attack, so I can't, like, I can only backwards sweep, which is still handy.
Yeah. I notice you aren't ending your spirit combo with a forward slice to add a nice glow.
There is no, there is none of that in this game, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just spawned one on top of me there, and I didn't realize it until I got blown up.
What a jerk.
Oh, yeah, he'll even do it too when you're close up, unfortunately. But yeah, if you just stick to the sides once his horns are broken, you can flinch city him over and over if you just attack him, spirit combo. If you can, don't ever let your sharpness go below white, or what's it called? You know, like if you don't have a full spirit bar, so it's glowing and you get ESP, don't let it go below white because those wings are kind of rough. You will be bounce city if you have anything lower than white sharpness, and that's high rank.
Ooh.
Purple is not something that's being handed out like candy. I think it's like the only thing that gets one of the, well, not the only thing, but one of the few weapons types that get purple sharpness with +1 sharpness in high rank. There's probably a few others if you really look, but the most obvious ones are Nargacuga and Tigrex weapons. That's why Nargacuga weapons are so good in this game, because they like a fully upgraded Narga weapon will give you 50 crit, 50
Ooh.
affinity, and it's completely ridiculous. And on top of that, it'll have purple sharpness with +1 sharpness. And you use this crab armor to get +1 sharpness and large attack boost. So it's ridiculous. And
Oh yeah.
And with G rank Nargacuga equipment, you just get purple sharpness. That's it. You just get purple sharpness. They just give it to you.
Man.
Yeah, Narga weapons are completely broken in this game. Like, they're not the most broken weapons out there, but they're up there. And that's why everybody loves Nargacuga from Freedom Knight, because you get used to fighting him, and he's kind of a cool fight once you learn him properly. Yeah. Yeah, he gave up, and the music stopped, and he's like, oh, no, I'm just gonna keep punching.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can chop at his tail now because it's probably getting to the point where he's under 33% health.
Yeah.
Tail's a little tricky to get on Teostra because they wiggle around a lot.
Yeah, he does seem pretty fidgety.
Yeah, he is very fidgety. On top of that, he has attacks with his tail where he swipes it back and forth.
Yeah, I saw him doing a thing that Ludroth and Gobel borrowed from him.
Though I will say that unless you're fighting Lunastra, which is the female counterpart of this kind of monster, it's not dangerous because he will just do regular damage, whereas Teostra will... Oh, by the way, he's almost dead now because I chopped that.
Yeah.
But Lunastra will do like explosions behind her when she swipes her tail, doing a lot of damage. So with Lunastra, it's really obnoxious to try and get that tail cut, because is she going to explode me? Though there's a tell, because you will see like the little sparkly flakes.
Always with the sparkly flakes.
Oh, I like the sparkly flakes. They're pretty. Then they blow me up, and then I die. Battle carve. Have to do it.
The best carve.
I did get a tail. I can't complain about getting tails because, my god, you need so many tails to make his equipment. Not that I'm gonna make it, but...
It's the principle of the thing.
Fun fact, this game has high rank tails and G rank tails, I believe.
Oh.
So, yeah, you can't just go in like low rank and farm tails for your high rank equipment. There are plus tails, and there are specially named tails and stuff like that. Yeah, so, you know, as you want to get all your tails you can get. Oh, I got exploded. Not happy about that. Oh, I'm so lucky.
Oh.
I am so lucky because I am so close to getting punished and killed, but I keep escaping with like one hit is all it would take to kill me in a lot of these instances, but I keep somehow surviving, and I'm just gonna say it's not skill, it's just dumb luck. Push through a zone line, getting flinched on my butt, and just Oh, well, I got invincibility frames until I get above my feet.
You know, watching this flamethrower happen. No big deal.
Getting my hair dried. Just had this shower, and now I gotta get my hair dried. It's a hair dryer. Stabbing his butt. Teostra junk.
Butt stabs are the best stabs.
Yeah. Well, technically head stabs are the best stabs, but I don't like standing in front of his head. I have to admit, that's like the scariest place to stand in front of. And just standing and attacking his two legs and just flinching him forever, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Now he's gonna be a big baby and say, bye.
That's it. I'm taking my body parts and going home.
Yeah.
You're playing too rough.
I was almost out of healing items, but I could have probably just gone and gathered some if I needed them on this map. And you know what? As the cherry on top, I'm just gonna dance on top of this tail. Yeah. No tail for you, Teostra. Oh, no. I'm really happy with how well this went. Because usually when I do Teostra, it goes atrociously because... it just goes bad. Because, I think, though, back then I just wasn't used to fighting Teostra very much. And then I fought a lot of Latreon, which borrows a lot of moves from the Elder Dragons, and then... Well, yeah, I fought things that were harder, and then Teostra didn't seem so hard anymore. Plus, if you can get really lucky with the longsword, you can just... It's Flinch City.
Yeah, that was definitely really good there.
Get all the delicious items and Dragon Boners. Like me some Dragon Boners.
The Dragon Boners.
Yeah. But the video's now over because I did the second fight as well. Just slammed it, did a Frankenstein video. So a little fade cut there because Elder Dragon missions are random. Sometimes you have them, sometimes you don't. And I needed the right Elder Dragon fight because there's two of them with Teostra, and it's the same Teostra that carries over in them both. This ill-reputant words I can't speak, informant, is telling me about the Teostra, and he's totally here. And you may notice the 5-minute mark has popped up on the screen, because this is what happened. I spawned the same area as Teostra. Teostra ganks me, just like 1, 2, 3 dead. Then I spawn at camp, spend time eating items, buffing up again. And then I chase him as he does the world tour around the map. And then I find him again at the same spot I found him to begin with. And then I finally start the fight. So I cut out 5 minutes of me instantly getting ganked and running around the map. Because the video's already long as it is. But yeah. I just thought I'd tell people this. And he has the nerve. I start the battle, I punch him a couple times, and he leaves again. I was kind of worried like how much I actually had to cut out of him because I just could not get up to him into his face.
It seems like these older dragons really love taking their footballs and going home.
Yeah, they do. They do. But I don't know, I kind of like them too because if you do really well the first time around, you can instantly kill him the second time around, and then you get like double the items. And you know, I like Teostra, he's one of the harder fights, and yeah, I like monsters to be hard every now and then.
Yeah.
Again, which is why I say for Tri-Ultimate, I wish they would do DLC that you have to pay for, and then they could bring back some of the old Elder Dragons or something. Some of the old monsters. I would pay for it. It's not like it'd be too hard on Capcom's side, because all they do is like they'll make a couple of new monsters, but let's be honest, most of them are just going to be reskins of old ones, or use mechanics from old monsters, moves, animations. The model will be a little different. but essentially you're fighting, and like let's just say all the monsters in Tri Ultimate are there's 2 new monsters for the Tri G or Tri Ultimate, depending on what you call it. 2 new monsters. Everything else is ported from third portable, and then they even remove some of the things from third portable, like Tigrex.
Yeah. I was hoping I could fight Tigrex.
Or Amaterasu, but supposedly, like, nobody liked that fight. It was a horrible fight, like, just really badly made and everything. It wasn't enjoyable at all, which is why they just straight out. Which I guess kind of makes sense if the fight is really that bad. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I would see why you would want to remove it. But I could totally see me, like, they say, oh man, pay $10 for a Elder Dragon pack where you get all the old Elder Dragons. I would do that! A lot of people would do that.
Pay $5 to get the monkeys and crab monsters.
Yeah, I would buy these things. I would throw money at the screen, Capcom, but you can't accept these, and you won't give me what I want.
Where in the Wii U do I swipe my credit card, please?
I mean, they are selling DLC for Nintendo games, which is Nintendo finally having caught up with the times, but
They are catching up with the times, but they still have a habit of Nintendo-fying things.
Yeah, they do. They don't want to be like everybody else. They gotta be different.
Hey, we've got usernames, Nintendo Network IDs.
Actually,
but
you know what Nintendo is? It's the Macintosh of console games.
Oh, that's
it really
unfortunate.
is. They're trying to do backwards and be different, and then eventually,
you're right.
where they're like, I guess we'll implement a right-click feature because people have been asking for this for so many years. Like, essentially, yeah, that is Nintendo. Like, when everybody was using discs, Nintendo was still using cartridges because they were wanting. I don't know. I can see the cartridges though. It's probably because they still had the production to make cartridge-based games in their factories still going, so it was cheaper for them at the time.
And then they made the move to discs, and
they didn't want
they
to
had
use
to.
their discs. They wanted to use mini discs because that was the cool thing at the time, even though nobody was using them.
Yeah.
Oh, Nintendo does all kinds of weird stuff. but now he's dead.
Yes. Video over.
I'm getting all the delicious cards, and I got the victory music, and he's dead. And this, aside from that one hiccup where I just got ganked and had to chase him around for 5 minutes, I think it went well.
Yeah, that did go well, except for the gank.
Like, seriously, he was almost dead when I went into this mission. And this is kind of one of the things I like about Elder Dragons. Like, if you do really well, you can pretty much get double the rewards, essentially.
Yeah, you just have to punch them in the ribs a couple of times. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Gotta get up on their grill, not respect their personal space, and break a few toes. Gotta abuse that cat, though. It's been a while. Like, I know, well, for me, it's been a long time since I recorded things and abused things. I only had Cha-Cha to abuse, and I enjoy that far too much. I gotta let my cats know I hate them.
So many botched dances and...
Oh, well, for the cats, it's more just I'm tired of getting bombs in the face. Well, we'll see next time.
Yeah.